While he was doing this, the wretched boy was being sucked closer and closer towards the mouth of one of the great pipes that was dangling down into the river. Then, all at once, the powerful suction took hold of him completely, and he was pulled under the surface and then into the mouth of the pipe. The crowd on the river bank waited breathlessly to see where he would come out. "There he goes," somebody shouted and pointed upwards. And sure enough, because the pipe was made of glass, Augustus Gloop could clearly be seen shooting up inside it head first like a torpedo. "Help! Murder! Please!" screamed Mrs. Gloop. "Augustus, come back here at once. Where are you going?" "It's a wonder to me," said Mr. Gloop, "how that pipe is big enough for him to go through it." "It isn't big enough," said Charlie Bucket. Oh dear, look. He is lowering down." "So he is," said Grandpa Joe. "He's going to stick," said Charlie. "I think he is," said Grandpa Joe. "By golly, he has stuck," said Charlie. "It's his stomach that has done it," said Mr. Gloop. "He's blocked the whole pipe," yelled Grandpa Joe. "Smash the pipe," yelled Mrs. Gloop, still waving her umbrella. "Augustus, come out of there at once." The watchers below could see the chocolate swishing around the boy in the pipe, and they could see it building up behind him in a solid mass, pushing against the blockage. The pressure was terrific. Something had to give. Something did give, and that something was Augustus. Woof! Up the pipe he shot again like a bullet Up he shot like a bullet in a barrel of a gun. "He has disappeared," yelled Mrs. Gloop. "Where does the pipe go to? Quick, call the fire brigade." "Keep calm," cried Mr. Wonka. "Keep calm, my dear lady, keep calm. There is no danger whatsoever. Augustus has gone on a little journey, that's all. A most interesting little journey, but he'll come out of it just fine. Just fine. You wait and see." "How can he possibly come out fine?" snapped Mrs. Gloop. "He'll be made into marshmallows in 5 seconds." "Impossible!" cried Mrs. Wonka. "Unthinkable! Inconceivable! Absurd! He could never be made into marshmallows." "And why not, I may ask?" shouted Mrs. Gloop. "Because that pipe doesn't go to the marshmallow room," Mr. Wonka answered. "It doesn't go anywhere near it. That pipe, the one Augustus went up, happened to lead directly to the room where I make the most delicious kind of strawberry-flavored chocolate-coated fudge. Then he'll be made into strawberry chocolate-coated fudge," screamed Mrs. Gloop. My poor Augustus. They'll be selling him by the pound all over the country tomorrow morning." "Quite right," said Mr. Gloop. "I know I'm right," said Mrs. Gloop. "It's beyond a joke," said Mr. Gloop. "Mr. Wonka doesn't seem to think so," cried Mrs. Gloop. "Just look at him. He's laughing his head off. How dare you laugh like that when my boy has just gone up that pipe? You monster!" she shrieked, pointing her umbrella at Mr. Wonka as though she was going to run him through.